Hello my lovelies, Kizzy Bug here, and today I want to speak about the birth giver. She endured a lot of verbal, emotional, and mental abuse, and sometimes physical abuse, at the hands of Sergeant Meanie Pants. It was always set up by the mastermind for the most part. How does one recover from so many years of abuse and torment? Maybe by the grace of God? Maybe by resilience? I always felt so bad for her because she seems to be such a sweet lady. She's good at masking the feelings that she feels, though. Sometimes it appears that she is emotionless, but that's not really the case. I would think from fear of being even more abused by Sergeant Meanie Pants, she has learned to hide any and all feelings from years of mistreatment by Sergeant Meanie Pants, the man who was supposed to love her and cherish her. Her son I'll refer to as Lambkin. He has that same kind of way of hiding his feelings. People accuse both her and her son as not having any kind of emotion. If they display any kind of emotion, they are said to be fake and doing it for attention. However, keep in mind the effects of abuse can last more often a lifetime. The mastermind is good at milking things. He has no problem turning on the crocodile tears, or the taps as some people call it. The girl is a parrot and attention seeker in my opinion. A crying all over the non-existent boogeyman is the worst. Well, maybe not entirely, since they both love nachos, roll eyes. And they don't get that nachos aren't healthy for them, and they will surely ruin their health eating so much nachos every day. Even if they are not together, nachos are sure to show up everywhere. No matter the town or the location, they think about nachos, they dream about nachos. They have a huge obsession with nachos. It's disgusting. The mastermind has a very bad and unhealthy addiction to nachos. Surely stems somewhere from his childhood and whatever kind of abuse and trauma he suffered. The funny thing is that people call him out on his addiction to nachos and he ignores it. He is going to turn into a big nacho mess one day when he is on his deathbed for the addiction. But he has no trouble calling out others on their addictions and using their addictions to his benefit, even for abuse for profit. The birth giver, I think she wanted a simple and peaceful family life, and that she really did love Sergeant Meanie Pants. I don't think she foresaw what her future would entail with Sergeant Meanie Pants. I don't think she knew the traumas of his past. And if she did, I think she might have thought that love would prevail and fix Sergeant Meanie Pants into a loving husband and father for their family. But we know that didn't happen. We can say she was an enabler, but I tend to feel she just wanted her marriage to work out, and that maybe she felt once their children grew up and either married or moved on into their own places, that she and Sergeant Meanie Pants can make their marriage better. But that didn't happen, because as soon as Sergeant Meanie Pants was able to dispose of her like a used piece of trash, he did so, leaving her to pick up the pieces of his shattered marriage and to process what had just happened to her after standing by his side for so many years. She eventually moved away with what little possessions she had. She is much happier now, but I wonder about how she feels inside versus what we see these days on the outside. Did she ever get therapy? I always find myself hoping and praying that she did. This kind of thing happens to a lot of women. They stand by their man no matter what. The man will either cheat and dump them for the mistress that they were cheating with, or if they gain some major financial wealth, they will ditch the wife and or kids so that they won't have to share the wealth. The wife will help them through school, and once they are able to hold their jobs from the degrees, again, they will ditch the wife. In all these cases, the wife is immensely hurt, even more so if they had endured abuse by trying to build their husband up. Long gone are the days when, if a man got a woman pregnant, he stayed with her till the end of their lives. It really annoys me if a man can lie with a woman and get her pregnant, and then he harbors resentments towards the woman and the child because he felt he used protection and wasn't ready for the kid. The saying goes, no glove, no love. The birth giver lived with this kind of resentment throughout her marriage to Sergeant Meanie Pants. When it wasn't entirely her fault, she could see the child. She was a young lady back then, and he was a young man. It shouldn't have been hard for Sergeant Meanie Pants to refuse being intimate with her if he didn't have protection for himself to prevent a pregnancy. It wasn't the caveman days. Please try to imagine being in the birth giver's shoes. This went on for many years. Try not to throw her under the bus any more than she has already been thrown. I believe she just wanted the best outcome and couldn't walk away because would all of her children wanted to come with her? Would they have felt bad for leaving behind Sergeant Meanie Pants? She probably just had a lot of thoughts running through her mind. We don't know because we aren't her. Just have a little sympathy and understanding for this lady is all I ask. These are my thoughts on the birth giver. So, again, feedback is always welcome. And I love you guys. And thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.